Hey there, Patty Dominguez here. Thank you so much for joining me for this presentation of the ultimate strategy for small businesses to turn their customers into raving fans so you can drive more sales and build a loyal customer base without the need for any expensive ads. All right, I'm Patty Dominguez. As mentioned, I am the founder of MoreLeverage.io, and we help small businesses take the chaos out of their business growth so that they have more energy, time, and money. I have been a featured expert on several media outlets, including New York Daily News, Advancing Women, Smart Business, Investor Business Daily. I've had a podcast that has been featured on New and Noteworthy, and all that to say is that I have been now an entrepreneur for 11 years, helping hundreds of small businesses at this point through thousands and thousands of hours of strategy and coaching and all the good stuff. So I'm happy to be here today to share this information with you to help create an impact in your business as well. So my goal for you is to help identify how to turn those customers that you have into VIPs. Very important people who are visiting you frequently. They're spending more at your location, so that means more profits for you and more smiles all around. All right, here's some trying news that I have to share with you just to make sure we're singing off the same page here. Small businesses are losing about $1.6 trillion a year, every year, and it is the case because of poor customer service, which leads to and has a direct correlation to customer loyalty. There's an expert, his name is Shep Hyken, who said there's a difference between a satisfied customer and a loyal customer. You never want to settle for satisfied. You want those loyal customers. Those are the ones that are going to help you maintain people coming into your shop all the time, as well as understanding that these are your VIPs. They're the ones that'll give you the potential to convert them into VIPs. Why loyalty? Well, research shows that small business owners often struggle with customer retention. There is no customer retention strategy for most small business owners because they're just juggling so many things, rightfully so. They can't possibly get to everything, right? So sometimes marketing goes on the back burner. Or maybe you've tried to run ads before, but the results have been tepid at best. You're looking for ways to add so that you can bring in more foot traffic into your store. And at the same time, Bain & Company put out a study that said that increasing customer retention, right? Just selling to the people that you've sold to once. When you focus on increasing customer retention by just 5%, that can lead to an increase of profits by 25 to 95%. That's outstanding. When I first read this, I was like, wow, this is a game changer of why having a retention program is so important if you don't have one. Some of the loyalty by numbers, for those of you that like the numbers, 80% of the brand's future revenue comes from just 20% of its current customers. Do you have a clear identification of who that 20% is? And those who have bought from you at least twice in the past are 9 times more likely to buy from you again. So that is a great argument for having a retention program if you don't already have one. And those who have bought from you at least once are 5 times as likely to buy from you again. So what kind of an incentive do you have for inviting those people that have stopped in and have bought from you to have a program? And if not, I have some great ideas for you today. More numbers. 68% of shoppers define brand loyalty as repeat purchases. 59% of loyal consumers are more willing to refer a brand to their friends and family because they're loyal to it, right? They want to show off. It's like a really great secret that they're sharing. And 75% of consumers said receiving an incentive increases the likelihood of them making another purchase. People love the surprise and delight. After a positive experience with receiving a reward for loyalty, 70% of consumers will visit the brand's retail locations. An increase in loyalty of just 7% can increase the lifetime profits when spread out amongst customers by up to 85%. And I believe this is the last one. After having a great experience, 71% of consumers recommend a service or product. So there you go. It's all about the customer. So loyalty for you. Your business needs loyal customers, especially if you sell a product or service that thrives on repeat purchases, such as if you run a cafe or a coffee shop, or maybe you manage a restaurant, or you're in the beauty industry, or any other small to mid-sized type of business. You could benefit from a loyalty program if you don't already have one to help you bring in more repeat customers. Very big opportunity. So why digital? Well, printed cards are the old school ways of creating a loyalty program. And I don't know about you, but I've had a number of these, and inevitably I will forget the card, or I lose the card. So I lose all my punch cards and my loyalty cards. Or maybe as a business owner, you can't really control fraud from the salespeople. Maybe they're giving extra punches away on the punch cards. So it's a little bit hard to control that. And I think the big one is you're completely losing statistics, meaning understanding the buying behaviors and really understanding the numbers behind it. Understand the data. Big companies will pay for data. That is where all the intel is. On the right-hand side, you can see here that having a digital card is always on the customer's phone. And we have the Loopd VIP program. It basically is a wallet. So if you have an Apple iPhone, you could do this on your Google Wallet as well. There is no app to download, but it gives you that transaction history and clear statistical data, which I'll go into in a little bit. Big difference from moving to printed cards, that is so 1985, into digital cards without having to download an app. So we know that loyalty apps, for example, nobody wants to really install the app. It takes data, and maybe you're in the middle of something and it's just kind of a bear, right? It creates a little bit of a hurdle, or in the marketing space, we say it creates friction, right? It's not easy. Also, if you ever thought about creating an app, well, cost of development, and I personally went through that whole process, it is extremely expensive. And the integration and support alone, it makes it a hefty price tag in order to do that. Versus having something like a digital card, like with Loopd VIP, again, it is not an app. It is basically just going onto your wallet on your iPhone or on your Google Wallet. There's 8 different types of cards that we offer, and I'll show you more about that in just a second. It's as easy as setting up a program, and you can run your loyalty program in literally 15 minutes. It's so easy to do. Here's how it works. For a digital loyalty card, it'll go again on your Apple Wallet or Google Pay. You're really digitizing your printed loyalty cards. Instead of having that old school card, you're going to move them from those cards or inconvenient apps into just having them add this to their wallet. Here's how you acquire new customers or clients to get on there. So this alone, by having this loyalty program, will help you bring in 2 times more customers, because we understand that your real customer acquisition costs are embedded in the analytics, meaning it takes a lot of effort to bring in a customer, and to not make them a customer again is literally leaving money on the table. It's like letting it slip away. So what in our Loopd VIP program, there's a whole chain of events that happens when somebody joins the loyalty program. It's an automated system, is keeping up in touch with that client, whether it is, hey, thank you so much for installing that wallet app over here. Then 2 hours later, it's reminding people to schedule a visit, and you can make an offer. So there's a number of ways that you can have those touch points with your customers where you're really adding value. It is all through these push notifications that I'll show you in just a second. And the whole idea behind it is that a proper retention program is going to help you turn those one-time customers into regular ones right from the very first time they see you. What happens then is that you're increasing your retention rate. It's going to go up by 2-fold. And the average check, when you have a retention program, it has been statistically shown to increase the average check up to 30%. It is so impactful by having a whole process that is automated, that has already been proven and tested. It really allows you to have that growth on autopilot by just implementing a loyalty program. So maybe you know of other loyalty programs, but the platform that Loopd VIP is on has been shown to be a best in class of technology. It is way better than the competition because it's simple. There's no need to teach your employees to use the service because everything is very intuitive. It is super fast. We have 111 ready-made templates that is going to let you run a new promotion in as fast as 15 minutes. And we do not limit the number of issued cards. There are no hidden payments. And it's standalone, meaning if you don't have a point of sale software, it is not necessary. However, if you do have a POS system, the integration is there through third-party software, right? There's integrations available for that as well. Here's how we're worse. And that's it. It's super easy to use. All you do to have your customers utilize the Loopd VIP program and sign up for the program is you scan your QR code. And by scanning the QR code by your phone camera, it installs the digital card in Apple Wallet on iPhone or Google Pay on your Android. All they got to do is scan it. How easy is that? Now, once they scan it, they're just answering a couple questions, their name, their birth date, their phone number, and email. You can add email optionally. That's not required, but that's it. They're just typing in what they've normally typed in other programs. Not a big deal. They submit it and boom, they have that on their phone. It's very easy to do. You can literally set it up in 15 minutes. When you have that digital wallet, again, there is no mobile app that is needed. So as a result, it is super fast to have, and there's real profit because you're able to have now a retention program that is incentivizing people to come back again and again, and they're spending more on average. So here's what it looks like on the inside. Now, as I mentioned to you, there's different types of cards that you have. A stamp card where you could drive repeat sales through. For every time you come in, you get a gold star. And then after 10 of them, you get a free something, right? There's also cashback cards where you can provide a cashback to clients, like an incentive for the next purchase. So this is going to encourage repeat sales as well. So maybe it's 1% back or 2% back, like at your local Costco. There's a multi-pass approach where you can get paid up front. So if you're a personal trainer, you can sell a package of 10 training appointments, and that becomes that multi-pass approach. And coupons is also available, which is very popularly used, where if you have to run ads, you don't need to, but if you choose to run ads to really bring in even more people, having this coupon approach is absolutely easy, because you can transition people from that coupon to incentivize them to come into your store, and then you can move them over to a stamp card, right? So that's really easy to do. There's also reward cards where you can reward your regular clients and increase your lifetime value up to 85%. You can run wholesales, right, with smart discounts to encourage people to buy more. And you can have a loyalty club, kind of like they have at Sephora, where you can incentivize people. Maybe you get paid up front for something, and then it helps you drive them to come on more often. And then there's a certificate as well. So maybe there's a prepaid gift card program that you've been thinking about, and instead of doing it paper, where I know I've lost those in the past, you can do those on the Loopd VIP wallet, which is super easy to do. You can run it as a standalone program or with an integration. You can run this as a standalone. You can add your salespeople as the ones that have control over the scanning technology, providing them with a personal access to the scanner app. So this is what it would look like. So the customer holds their scan card here on the right-hand side, and then the employee were to say, yep, let me scan it, and then it'll trigger the points so that you can keep track of their transaction history and performance personally. And you can automate these reports as well, and I'll show you an example of that. As part of that, you can charge your customers' cards with the scanner app. So that's super easy to install. It is not a native app or anything like that. Again, it is called a PWA, which is a progressive web application that works from a browser. So super easy to use. You just one button to scan the card, and then there is no real onboarding needed. It's a very simple process. Okay, so let's say you need an integration. You can connect it with your point of sale system or your CRM to automate the accruals and the workflows on the back end. So that is done very simply through an API or webhook, or you can also use a no-code connector such as Zapier. Pabbly connects it, Integrately, and Albato. Those are other alternatives. So point there is, being without getting overly tech nerdy, is that it is very easy to have that integration. So our Loopd VIP system tie into your POS or CRM. All right, so how do you promote your card? So offline, what you want to do is start promoting your card by having a QR code. Some people do this in the way of stickers. You can have a table tent right at the cashier. You can have stickers throughout, and just have people scan. When they collect 9 stamps, you could get the 10th one for free. I see these a lot. Let's say at your Chipotle or Panera or McDonald's, they have those everywhere. So very similar. You know, that's why the big guys have these loyalty programs, because they definitely work. Having these in the way of stickers, or again, if you're just starting out, simple table temps will do. And then online, you can start promoting your card today via online channels such as an email campaign, or to put those on social media, or a chatbot. We do have those chatbot capabilities as well, or even on your website if you wanted to do that, or through UTM links, which all that means is that, say you're sharing your QR code throughout, you can backtrack and see, hey, did it work a lot better on Facebook as opposed to me posting it on YouTube, let's say. So there's the ability to do that. All right, and engaging customers. How do you engage customers? So through push notifications, which are absolutely free. Now, this is a really big deal, because not only is it free, but it's unlimited. Unlike if you are sending a text or email, you are charged for that, right? Because it's the fuel that requires to send out texts and emails. So this alone is a huge advantage, because you can send out marketing mailings, such as a push mailing that is, again, free and unlimited, such as, hey, all new bagels in our bakeries are available right now. Catch this. Or thank you for your visit. When was the last time you got a notification from your favorite bagel place, or something like that, that they are saying thank you. And if the reason we like to ask for your customers, their DOB, their date of birth, is so that you can send them a happy birthday message. And then geo-marketing. This one is a game changer. Say somebody is in the vicinity of your store, so you can send them a geo push notification for somebody who is walking around up to 330 feet in and around your store. You can say, hey, I see you. You can get a cup of coffee on the go at 50% off, right? So something like that. It's so clever and is catching them right in the vicinity. All right. And you can also incentivize people to share the cards, right? To share the QR codes, which is increasing your customer base via loyal clients and their invited friends. So that is the best type of marketing, which is word of mouth marketing. And you just can't beat that. This is the opportunity to know your 20% of the clients, like we talked about, who is driving 80% of the revenue. We also have a dashboard. So when you join LoopD VIP, you can see and keep track of all the loyalty statistics that you have. We have 22 points of data, such as new and returning clients, what your retention rate is, what the revenue is, your average check, loyalty level, who are your top 10 customers. Wouldn't you like to know who they are? Or maybe some unsatisfied customers, or who's really incorporating and taking advantage of the referral program? How many cards have been issued? What is the client's portrait? What are the genders or ages, if that is of interest to you as well? This is a kind of information that once you have this data, you can make some great strategies or different types of campaigns that will encourage them to come in again and again. Through that push notifications that are free and unlimited. You can improve your results, right? You can analyze all the loyalty program statistics, and it's updated, by the way, in real time. You can run in the marketing world what is called an A/B split test, where you can run several promotions to see, is campaign A more successful than campaign B. You can ask your customers and get feedback on the quality of the service in the loyalty program and what they think about it. And as a result, you can make changes accordingly. Some of the advantages of the program, of the LoopD VIP program, is number one, it's eco-friendly loyalty. So there's no more plastic or printed promos. Number two, push instead of SMS. I cannot emphasize enough, it's such a huge opportunity to get that free communication channel to stay in touch with our loyal customers. It is not an app. Again, you don't have to have people download any kind of an app. It's easy and fast. Our cards are installed 10 times faster than any native app, and they're able to earn more, meaning up 2 times higher retention rate and a 30% higher average check. You can launch your loyalty program today, literally in 15 minutes, without integration and implementation. You can use the templates that are already pre-made in as easy as 3 clicks. We have 111 ready-made templates for local businesses. And my favorite is the ability to analyze, to get all the loyalty statistics that you need immediately instead of that paperwork with printed. Here are some success stories that we want to share with you that I think are really valuable, so you could see the power of what LoopD VIP can do for you. Coffee shop called Dim Coffee. They have a cashback type of a program. It's been around for 8 months for them. They have over 75,000 members of it and over 1 million transactions, and push notifications. They've sent over 8.5 million of them. And as a result, they had a 2.4x retention rate, which accounted to 3.6 times the sales as a result of their loyalty program, which is really outstanding. The Nail Maker Bar, which is a nail polish salon, and they had a multi-reward program, and it's been running a little over 2 years. They were able to draw in over 53,000 loyalty members, accounting for 245,000 transactions, and those push notifications being delivered over 6 million times, and their retention rate was around 38%. Really impressive growth just by incorporating a loyalty program. We also love working with franchises. So if you are watching this video and you're sitting there thinking, well, I'm a franchise, what do I get? Well, even more robust reporting, because you are able to have a tailor-made type of reporting that you see here. You can do the reporting by franchise. So you can have one loyalty card with general loyalty terms for all franchisees, meaning if you have a Chicken Shack store in San Francisco and there's one in Houston and another one in Chicago, the loyalty terms are still going to apply. And you can have sub accounts for each partner, meaning every franchisee has personal access with their own personal statistics for each one of the franchisees. That loyalty traction is you can understand how the loyalty is working in details by each partner, and that in-depth reporting, again in real time, can be automated monthly, weekly, and even by day, which is really cool. So here's an example. It also creates the people who are loyalty, the top of the chart here, the amount of revenue, which is pretty cool, the retention rate, and the average check as well. And here's some more reports. You can do it by summary report. You can do a report by each franchisee, and as well as have a leadership report like I showed. So our pricing for LoopD VIP, our starter program, which is at $167 per month, which is one promotion, one location, one manager. Perfect for a solopreneur who is offering a service. So that starts at just $5.56 per day. Then there's the growth program, which is 3 promotions, 3 locations, 10 people who are managing the portal or have access to the scanner. You can also incorporate API and webhook and have the option for the cards as well as push notifications. That one is $247 a month. That breaks down to just $8.23 per day. And then we have our big business, which is 10 promotions, 10 locations. That's more if there is a small chain. For 50 managers, you get API webhooks and, of course, the digital cards and push notifications. And that is starting at just $16.56 per day. Now, if you are a franchise operation, you can contact us for custom pricing. But as you can see here, the pricing is very affordable when you take into consideration everything that it is including. We want to reiterate that the technology that LoopD VIP is built on has been ranked and awarded just the easiest to use in loyalty. It has very high accolades. It's a high performing type of technology that has a lot of happy customers. And with that, thank you so much for checking out this video on LoopD VIP, where you can find out how to turn your customers into VIPs so that there's more visits, more profits, and more smiles. Right below this video, you can either get started or you can book a call to have somebody on our team walk you through directly how it would look like right behind the scenes and get started with LoopD VIP. Again, that information is right below this video. Thank you so much for checking it out.